40-car grid here today. 40 starters, presuming everyone does indeed make it to the grid. And that means each race will be worth 39 points for the race win with the point system that we run. So it will be Danny Henny on pole position ahead of Tim Ellis. And then the second row where the championship battle will take place, David Hatton ahead of Sam Harper in this race. Lights are up. And it's the green flag for the first of 3 races to round out this season. Danny Henny immediately moves over to the right-hand side. It's Ellis and Hatton trying to get into his slipstream. Drillsman trying to go around the outside of Sam Harper. Top 3 look like they've got away cleanly. And still Harper trying to defend from Drillsman. He's got Wingfield up the inside of him through turn 2. But crucially, the front guys, they're getting away. Wingfield has made it round the outside of Drillsman. That's an impressive move on the opening lap.
Yeah, they're all very sensible in there. Harper tucked right up underneath David Hatton. Let's see if he can keep it through this high downforce area, see if he can make a move into the hairpin. He's got to try and get ahead.
Yeah, it's so easy to understeer off the road, especially on the opening up. Cold brakes and cold tyres, and you're following in the dirty air of the cars in front. But Harper certainly does look close behind Hatton, although he had an excellent run through those 2 Degner corners. And I wonder as well if Danny Henny can pull away. He seems to have had the pace in qualifying, but we have seen other cars be able to stick to him in these races.
That's it, and Ashley Harper got a little bit of a problem there through the hairpin, and he's got Wingfield in the red and yellow car all over the back of him, so he's going to have to start defending fairly shortly. That could allow Hatton and the top 3 to start to make a break for it.
Yeah, it looks like Henny's trying to stretch his legs. Remember, 3/4 of a second, and you can get a slipstream out of this corner, down this back straight. And Harper is, I think he was feeling the need to go a little defensive, but actually it's Wingfield who needs to do the defending because Drillsma is trying to take that 5th spot back from Wingfield that he took at turn 3, but he can't find a way through down at 130R. Behind them, there's all sorts of drama going on. Alexander Dobensberger trying to make his way around the outside of 130R's. Drillsma throws one up the inside of the chicane of Wingfield, but he can't find a way through. Expertly defended by James Wingfield. So, at the end of lap 1, it is Danny Henny who leads the field by 1 second over Tim Ellis, who's 6/10 clear of championship leader David Hatton. His rival, Sam Harper, in 4th place. Then it's James Wingfield. And where has Drillsma gone in the queue? He's disappeared.
Yeah, he's disappeared. He's gone back down to P20, I think, because he's dropped right down the field at the chicane. So there was a bit of contact back there. You got Drillsma and John Lang and Alex Derbitzberger, I think, all came together. It was ended up with Lang backwards in the chicane. I think Derbitzberger got held up in that.
That's far from ideal. So that means Kyle Power has made up 6 places on this opening lap and is currently in a prime position for the Missed Apex Panel Crew Battle and their championship. So Yella Ooms has made up 3 places from 10th on the grid. He's just behind Power. Then it's Edward Shelley and Ishmael Basso and Garen Batten completing your top 10 at the moment. And meanwhile, David Hatton is right on the back of Tim Ellis, and we could see him challenging for 2nd place pretty soon. Tucked right up into that slipstream as they head towards Spoon Corner, not close enough to challenge him on the way into that double left-hander, but maybe he'll have the run on him down towards 130R. And Ellis going wide into the 2nd apex. That's going to make him slow down this straight, and this is a prime opportunity for David Hatton to take 2nd place. We know he's feeling racing. He knows he's quick here, and he knows that he can still take some risks, and he will take those risks despite the championship. Goes towards the outside of 130R, doesn't brave it out around the outside, but can he find a way through on the inside of the chicane? He shows his nose. Can he brake late enough? No, Ellis is very good on the brakes in there.
You say he can afford to take risks, but actually, 20 points is a big drop. And, we've seen the championship turn around on smaller parts like this before. He's coming down the start-finish straight in the toe again. Chris, is he going to go to the outside?
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's going to the inside. That's no gap there.
Throws the dummy at him. It's tough to make a move around the outside of turn 1 work, actually, as we've seen in the practice races. But he's throwing everything he can at Tim Ellis at the moment. Sam Harper waiting in the wings if Hatton goes off the road. But we've seen these two, they've raced very cleanly all season long. Both of these guys have provided fantastic action for us. And you see Hatton trying to take a wider line through that right-hander to get on the power early through this Dunlop curve.
Happening a little bit further back, we got Spanners putting Garen Batten right under pressure, and John Cox is also right in that battle too. And I was seeing earlier on that Spanners, I think, managed to frighten Sam off the road earlier on, and he ended up in the gravel trap. So you got Spanners. Cox is having a look, doesn't make it through. And Spanners actually off the road in Degner, and is he going to hit the wall? Yes, he's nose into the wall, unfortunately. So he just got a wheel up on the grass, and I think he's managed to make it through. Probably have some left front corner damage there, so we'll see how much of a problem that causes him, but that will have dropped him right down the field.
It's an uncharacteristic mistake from Spanners. I was about to praise his efforts from practice because he was rehearsing that move, trying to frighten people off the road up at Dunlop curve. If you just throw your nose in there, people tend to try and move over to the outside and end up getting sucked into that gravel trap. So Spanners has got an uphill climb from here, and certainly not what he needed in that battle for top honours of the Missed Apex panel. Meanwhile, up at the front of the field, Hatton, again, not quite close enough to challenge Ellis on the way into the chicane. Danny Henney, meanwhile, just stretching his legs. Last lap was a 58.9. He's just put in a 58.8. So even his race pace is ridiculously hot. And he's extended that lead 2.3 seconds. And this time, Hatton's got another run on the outside of turn 1. And he's undercut him this time, and he's got the line into turn 2. Ellis is going to try and brave it out around the outside.
That was an awesome dummy that he sold him, but it wasn't quite enough. He didn't get the overlap that he needed to be able to swoop around the outside. So he's got it all to do again. Through this section, it's one at a time, I'm afraid, until we get up to the hairpin again. It's
such a frustrating bit of track, isn't it? Because you can't do anything once you're into that turn 3. It's just follow the leader one by one through there. His next opportunity is up at the hairpin, but even that is risky. So coming out of Degner 2, that big camber on the inside, he can carry a lot more speed in there than you think initially, and he's not close enough to have a run into the hairpin. Might try and get him on the exit. It's a fantastic way that it sets up racing this part of the circuit, and you can see right in that slipstream now. Oh, will he have a run on him into Spoon? He doesn't want to overtake him too early though, because Ellis will just slipstream him straight back again. And Ellis going tight into Spoon corner. And Hatton, surely... he's throwing his nose up the inside of Spoon. He's forced Ellis out wide. And this surely is going to be David Hatton's second place any time now, because Ellis has been forced slow onto this straight. And Hatton is right with him. Is he going to go to the outside of 130R? They are absolutely wheel to wheel as they head towards the left-hander. Hatton round the outside. Can he hold it? What a move!
Wow, that was absolutely stunning around the outside there. That is not a corner to go through lightly. That was incredible car control there. I think Ellis gave him the benefit of the doubt and backed out of that one. But see if he can get a run back on him as they come back down the start-finish straight.
You can't tell he's fighting for a championship, can you? Hatton throwing everything he can at this battle, but Ellis, with the slipstream, is coming back at him into turn 1. So now it's down to Hatton to be the wide car, the defending car. And he's seen what Ellis has done these past couple of laps. He knows how to cover off that move into turn 1 now. All this is allowing Sam Harper to close up the gap, but at the moment he's still losing 2 points to David. He can get back up on the podium. We heard Sam mention this in his interview with us earlier on the stream. He's battling for only his second podium of the season. It's amazing how he's still fighting for this championship with so few podiums or not even a win this season, whereas Hatton has had 7 podiums. But it's the consistency that has put Sam in this position, and we know that he's changing his tune a little bit tonight. He's going to go a little bit more aggressive if he wants to.
Yeah, he's just got to try and just close that gap a slight bit, allow himself into the toe, and then he'll get sucked into the battle. But at the moment, he's just hanging slightly off the back, and these two are just dragging each other along. So he's really just got to make the gap somewhere, and then he'll be right in it.
See, I would have been curious to see what Hatton's lap times are going to be like now he's in clean air. So if Henney is lapping in the high 58s, Hatton's last lap was a 2-minute flat 0.2, but he has been racing Ellis.
I don't know how clean that air is going to be, because Ellis is right tucked up in the slipstream again, Chris.
Yep. So here we go. Ding, ding. Seconds out, round 2. And Ellis is going to try and retake second place from that number 2 car. And he'll be hoping he'll have the number 1 on his car next season. Hatton defending towards the inside of the chicane. Now that is going to compromise his exit onto this front straight. So Henny has just completed lap 5 of 8. So we're down to 3 laps to go. And this battle for second place doesn't look finished at all. Hatton moving back towards the inside. Ellis soaking up his slipstream. But if he just covers off the inside, he should still be able to defend it. And indeed he does for another lap round. A little bit wider through 2 than he would have ideally wanted. But there's no way for Ellis to pass through this S's sequence. Henny's lead up to 5 seconds now. He is just walking away with this one. And of course these guys battling and taking time away from each other is not helping matters. And Hatton, he looks slow out of Dunlop, and that's given Ellis a fantastic run on him. But side by side into Degner 1 is a fantastic move to make, and they're both off the road. But Ellis is the one in the gravel, and he's in the wall now, and he's out of this battle for second place. That puts Sam Harper up into a podium position, and now right on the back of his championship rival. Will he make a move on him?
Oh, it's such a disaster there for Tim Ellis. His car is absolutely destroyed. He's all over the road. I'm pretty sure he's going to have to retire, not even just losing positions now. He's not got any of his front end. How's it getting on with Harper? Is he getting close?
He's close through Spoon and should be in slipstreaming territory by the time we get onto this back straight towards 130R for the 6th time of asking. So how often have we seen our championship contenders side by side? Not a lot, but we're about to get another dose of it here as he's looking towards the inside of 130R. Hatton's trying to squeeze him over, and this could be Harper's second place. It's so close on the way in, and Hatton just fends him off for now.
Wow, it's so close. There were inches between them going so fast there through that corner. I'm astounded with that. Harper stuffed it up the inside, and actually he's lost a bit of time having to back out of that one. I think Hatton was not giving any quarter there, was he?
No, he's felt the need. He can go take the racing line into turn 1 this time because Harper had to back out through 130R, and that's just cost him a little bit of run. See, they were 2 seconds slower than Danny Henny on that previous lap. Gap now up to 7.1. But all eyes are on this championship battle between Hatton and Harper. It's absolutely astonishing. Hatton may well be extending his lead by the end of this one by a single point. But man, oh man, we are so enjoying watching our championship protagonists going wheel to wheel like this.
Yeah, and I was just having a little look further down the grid as well. We've got John Lang having a good battle with John Langan. So actually 2 very similarly named chaps.
Oh, that's a nightmare.
They are unfortunately right next to each other on track, and they're having a great battle as well. Currently it's John Lang who's got the edge in that purple and light blue car over John Langan in the blue, white and red airbox car with the David Coulthard helmet. Further back, we've also got Conor Meyer and Gary Thomas having a bit of a battle as well. And then that's pretty much it. The rest of them are a little bit strung out. The circuit can do that with that first sector, with the high downforce, very technical section. And as I say, that John Lang has just made a mistake. That's allowed Langan to get right alongside and actually take that position.
Yeah, you're very much relying on people being able to hold on through that first sector, because the second half of this lap is a great slipstreaming opportunity. It can keep cars close together, and if you keep them, swapping positions like we have seen with Ellis, Hatton and Harper, then we get something pretty good. But if you can't hang on through that first sector, the cars do get a little bit strung out. There's 2.5 seconds between the podium battle and James Wingfield in 4th place, for example. Carl Power still holding strong in 5th, Yella Ooms in 6th, Edward Shelley now 7th, Ishmael Basso 8th, Garen Batten up to 9th, and it's John Cox and Alex Drillsma battling over the final spot in the top 10. The rookie sensation from Nürburgring is trying to fight his way through the pack after that error, a little bit of contact on the opening lap.
That's it, and you're actually talking about the Missed Apex Championship here. So we've got Carl Power in 5th place. You have to go, unfortunately, a long way back to Alex Van Gien in 26th. Spanners back in 33rd after that nose into the wall incident.
Oh, come on, guys! You're supposed to be doing us a disservice here.
And we've got Trumpets in 29th. So I think Kyle is definitely going to be taking a big jump in this championship here.
Drillsma has just made his move on John Cox into turn 1 for that 10th place spot. He's now got Alexander Dobitzberger bearing down on him. Was the winner from Nürburgring in the reverse grid race and the original pole sitter way back at Okayama. And of course, he's trying to fight for a better position in the championship as well. So definitely some honours left to fight for as they make their way into the hairpin. Cox going defensive. Dobitzberger still trying to find his way past that pink and white number 30 car. And they're making their way towards Spoon Curve, and Dobitzberger looking towards the inside, and he's dropped it on the way in, trying to get it stopped. That's a terrible mistake there by Alexander Dobitzberger, and he's dropping way down the field now, but I think that's about to secure 10th place. Meanwhile, Danny Henny comes across the line and takes another feature race win with victory at Suzuka, and it is David Hatton who beats Sam Harper across the line to 2nd place and extends his championship by 1 point. James Wingfield in 4th place, and then Carl Power 5th. Yella Ooms will come across the line in 6th place. Then it's Edward Shelley, Ishmael Basso, Garen Batten, and Alex Drillsma does get that 10th place spot. So what an opening to this night of racing. Absolutely fantastic stuff between our championship protagonists. And this should shake things up in that battle for 3rd place as well, with Ellis pretty much out of that battle. Ooms and Shelley have been scoring well. Dobitzberger has just dropped a few points there as well, but Carl Power should make some big moves.